Hello, and welcome to Sonyabeonit channel. It's gonna make us some candy apples using this Concord Foods candy apple kit. And inside this kit, it comes with 10 of the sticks, and you have the candy apple mix. Now, there's some additional things that you're gonna need. Apples. You're gonna need 2.5 cups of sugar and 1 cup of water. The first thing we want to do with our apples, we're going to rinse this off very well, and we're going to dry them individually because the apples have to be clean and all of the wax have to be removed from this apple and dried completely before making these candy apples. It is very important to do this, to not skip this step. Your apple should look just like this. Now, a thermometer is not really important. You can get you a bowl of water. Don't have to put ice in it. I just did it. But a bowl of cold water. We're going to sit this off to the side. First thing I'm going to add is my sugar, my 2.5 cups of sugar. Next thing I'll do is apply my mix. You may say this is not enough water, but it only calls for 1 cup. You have to be very careful when you're doing these measurements. Now I'm going to add my water. So you want to cook it anywhere from a medium to a medium high. I'm just going to do a medium heat. Now, you may look like you want to stir it. Don't bother it. There's a reason why they tell you do not stir it. Don't stir it. It's going to be all right. I'm going to tell Jesus to take the wheel right now. The cooking time is no longer than 15 to 20 minutes. You're going to need some kind of wax paper. If you don't have wax paper, go by the Dollar Tree. They got it. They got it. Yeah, they got it. I was in there the other day. They had it. This is how your apple should look. You see how dry that apple is? It's not time to insert it in the candy apple mix because it's not ready yet. As you can see, it's coming to a boil. I'm going to leave y'all here for a minute. Let me go and do what I need to do right now. I need to clean up some of this mess. You know, I ain't going to put all that in there. But you want to stir it. I know you want to stir it because I wanted to stir it. But leave it the hell alone. It ain't bothering nobody. I see you got some 20 minutes. Just let it do what it do. It's going to do what it do, because if it don't, y'all know I take stuff back and I'll pour it in the box. Alright, see you in a minute. You got to be careful with this because you do not want this to burn. If it burns you through, you're going to start all over again. Take any butter spray. It doesn't have to be butter spray. It can be actual butter. Lightly spray it. You're going to very lightly coat your pans to keep your apples from sticking. We're going to take our spoon, dip it inside the candy apple mix, and we're going to take a couple of drops and drop it inside. It's still not ready. We'll give it another 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to take our measuring device. There's our water. Still not ready. We're going past that 18 minutes. We actually did 20 minutes. So just watch it. So you may have to cook it longer than 20 minutes. I'm saying 18 minutes. I went 20 and it still ain't ready. That's okay. We're almost there. Okay, let's go ahead and test our mix once again. Here's my bowl of cold water. I'm going to dip inside of here, and we want to pour it inside. Almost ready. Can you hear it cracking inside the water? It is ready. You see how it's standing up in the water? Let's go ahead and coat our apples. It's not hot. We're going to take our first apple. Turn your pot down on a low temperature. Whichever hand you feel comfortable with. Hold one handle of your pot, take the other, and you want to lightly dip. let some of that drip off. And when I have discovered, if I'm going to put sprinkles on it, I got to do it now. Because if I don't, once the air hit it, it makes it hard. Go ahead and turn your owl off, because we're on the last apple. It gets kind of messy, especially if you're doing it by yourself, but if you have help, it should be easy breezy. We had some candy left over. What you can do is melt this some more and take your spoon and just drizzle all over it. And that way it'll look like a web that's hanging over your candy apples. So there's our apple. Doesn't it look delicious? And to show you how easily it pulls up. Look at there. And it comes right on out. Get in the kitchen and make this with your kids, or make it for your next party, office party that you may have. This would be so fun to do. It's not gonna last long in my house. They standing in the backdrop waiting on me to cut this camera off so they can get into it. And one box did make 10 apples. If some turn out this way, that's good, because a lot of people cannot bite into these apples. And I always try to do thin coating to make it easier to bite into. So I hope you've enjoyed the time we've shared together. Until next time, be blessed.